back.
Hey guys, just finished watching Black Lightning Season 2, Episode 14, The Book of Secrets, Chapter 4, Original Sin. This one was kind of interesting. We had Lala back, and this pretty much takes place, a lot of this takes place in his like classroom, and kind of Lala shoots him, and they go through this whole kind of backstory and kind of him dealing with Lala dealing with his sins and all his stuff that he's done. And I think that was a really interesting move and stuff. And I like how it was kind of a bit of a smaller thing. I thought it was going to be kind of different and interesting. And it was interesting how it was just then kind of talking, a bit of a smaller episode. It looks like the next episode is going to be a bit bigger because we don't even have any Black Lightning, and he uses his electricity once or twice. Like, he has charges a little bit in his hand, zaps his wound, and that's about it. That's all the Black Lightning we get in this episode, which is kind of disappointing because I would have liked to have seen him full on use his powers. Maybe him go up against Lala and stuff, and then have to kind of and then maybe convince Lala that he was kind of seeing things and using his powers to kind of manipulate the cameras so the cameras didn't work out. I think that could have been something interesting to see, and I think it could have been quite fun to see or something like that. But I think it was quite cool to see as to how the whole storyline went down, and I think it was an interesting episode. We got to Gambi and them, and Gambi spends a lot of this episode just working on Jennifer's new suit and stuff, and I think that's quite interesting. And she even picks up a material, and he's like, "Oh, that cost a fortune," and it's just like pisses me off with this episode, because how the hell does he afford all this? The shit that he had, all the stuff that he has, how does he afford it all? I mean, even later on, he even he's talking to Henderson over the phone, and he's like, "I'm going to do this, and this, and that." And Henderson's like, "Oh, cool. That's more than anything my guys can do." So he's able to do things that regular the police department can't even do. How much is it, How much does he have to do this? And where the hell is he getting all this money to be able to afford to do any of this? They never freaking answer this goddamn question. It's kind of driving me nuts. I'm actually to the point where I'm hoping to one day see the actor who plays Gambi at Comic-Con, so I can straight up just ask him, how the hell or anyone on this show, just to straight up ask him, how the hell does Gambi afford all the stuff that he does? It's driving me nuts. It just, maybe he was the only answer I can think of is that he used to work for the ASA, but maybe they paid him like $10 million a year or something, or he made $1 million working a couple of years with the ASA. But that wouldn't make sense at all, that they would pay him that much. I mean, he was just a tracker. He wasn't even on the level of Agent Odell's job or anything like that. I think he was just a regular hunter and tracker type thing. So I don't know. It just drives me crazy, and they never really understand that. And then we see that Grace Choi we find out that she's a shapeshifter, and I think that storyline is really interesting. I definitely can't wait to see as to where things go with that. And Anissa, she goes there as Anissa, goes back as like Thunder and stuff, and I think that was interesting. I was hoping they would get a moment where they fight and stuff. Maybe her powers kind of revert back to herself. I think that would be interesting to see as to kind of which. Is her powers clearly out of control? Are they a way to kind of turn off, or they just go out of control? And I think it's quite interesting to see as to who that is. And I'm really not too sure who the character is from the comic, so it's going to be fun to see as to where things go with this. And I think it's going to be quite interesting, especially when we walk in and we see that dead horse on there. I think that was really cool. A really, really cool moment. I think it was really interesting, and I think it's going to be quite cool as to where things go with that. Because, if I'm not mistaken, we only have a few more episodes left. Episode 14 of 16. So, yeah, wow, we only have 2 more episodes left. So that's going to be interesting to see as to where things go. It looks like I'm pretty sure we already got it confirmed for season 3 and stuff. It already says season 3 here on IMDb. So that'll be really interesting to see. So hopefully they can set that story up for the next season. Maybe what I would do at this point is just have Anissa find out that Grace is doing this. Maybe Grace, she finally tracks her down, and they get into a fight. They start fighting, and then all of a sudden she reverts back to Grace Choi, and that's when Anissa kind of removes her mask as Thunder, reveals that she is Thunder, so that you got your secrets, I got my secrets, let's share each other's secrets, and together. And I think that's really going to be an interesting idea, and that's where I would hope that they would end their storyline together, as the two of them revealing they're revealing their secret identities to each other at the same time, and then cutting from there. We don't even get to see either of each other's reaction to it. We just see her kind of taking off the mask, and that's it. Cut, move to the next scene. We don't see them until next season. I think that's the way I would end that storyline, because I think that would be a great cliffhanger for that little storyline into whatever other storyline we have going on. So I think that was kind of interesting. I think it's going to be cool to see as to where things go with their relationship. And then we end the episode with Agent Odell. We see that he's been spying on the Pierce. We see that throughout the episode a little bit, that the ASA is spying on them. Then he kills a few people that helped them set up all the tech and stuff. I guess if it took 3 people to set up all this tech, wouldn't it take 3 people to kind of monitor all those stuff? I mean, it seems a bit weird, if you had one person set that all up, that would make sense. He's doing his rogue mission type thing. Cool. He sets the one person up and he has to destroy one body. But he's working for the ASA. How is he going to dispose of these 2 bodies? And did they work for the ASA? I mean, there's just so many questions, and it would make a lot more sense if you had one tech person setting up all this tech stuff and spying into their house. That would make a lot more sense than you could just set up like a situation gone wrong as the ASA or whatever. But these 3 different people, it'd have to be not related to the ASA for them to just maybe just freelancers or something. But it just kind of seems a bit weird and a bit kind of. Why did they have to have 3 people, and how is he going to run all that tech, if he's not, he couldn't set the tech up himself, so he clearly doesn't have the level of tech knowledge that they do. So maybe I'm just reading too much into that, but it's just kind of big questions there. But we'll have to wait and see as to where things go, and I think that's going to be quite interesting to see as to where things go with that storyline and how things are going to go with that. And to see, is that storyline going to go into season 3, or is it going to finish up here? Interesting. It could be something interesting to find out. Or we end the storyline with only 2 episodes left. We end that storyline with Agent Odell. They Pierce find out that he's, spying on them, knows about them being Black Lightning, or knows about, I think he's going to know about everyone being everyone by the end of this season, because he just hacked this in this episode. He hacked into her phone, which is kind of I hate when they do that. Yes, these tech people set up the super tech software. You can't just point at a phone in this room like that and hack everything. It would make sense. He could be able to check whatever's you can see whatever's going on their router, on their internet, because they're at home. Maybe they would have already hacked her phone. It was unclear as to see how it's just unclear to see as to how things were going to go with that, and I think it's going to be interesting to see as to where things go with that storyline. So all in all, I can't wait to see as to where things go with all this. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below. Where do you think things are going? What are you most excited for? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Subscribing.
Sometimes subscribing is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
You're still here.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.
It's over.